Should you fine-tune your model or just write better prompts? It's one of the most common questions in AI development, and the answer isn't obvious. Fine-tuning promises specialized performance, but it's expensive and complex. Prompting is flexible but has limitations. In this video, I'll give you a clear framework for making this decision. You'll learn what each approach actually does, when to use which one, and how to combine them for the best results. This is practical advice from real projects, not theoretical comparisons. Let's start with prompting. Prompt engineering is the art of crafting inputs that get the outputs you want from a pre-trained model. You're not changing the model, you're changing how you communicate with it. Basic prompting includes giving clear instructions, providing examples, and specifying the output format you want. Advanced techniques include chain of thought, where you ask the model to reason step by step. Few shot learning, where you include examples in the prompt. System prompts that set the model's persona and rules, and retrieval augmented generation, where you fetch relevant context dynamically. The strength of prompting is flexibility. You can iterate instantly, no retraining required. Change the prompt, test, repeat. It's zero infrastructure beyond API access. The limitation is context window. You can only include so much information in a prompt, and some behaviors are hard to teach through examples alone. Prompting is usually where you should start. Most tasks that seem to need fine-tuning can actually be. Fine-tuning is training the model's weights on your specific data. You take a pre-trained model like GPT 3.5 or Llama and continue training it on your examples. The model learns patterns from your data and incorporates them into its behavior. There are different levels of fine-tuning. Full fine-tuning updates all model weights, which is most effective but computationally expensive. LoRa, low-rank adaptation, only updates small adapter layers, much more efficient. Clora combines LoRa with quantization for even lower resource requirements. You provide training examples, typically in a format of input-output pairs. If you want the model to respond in a certain style, provide hundreds of examples in that style. If you want it to handle a specific task, provide examples of that task with correct outputs. The cost of fine-tuning includes compute for training, which can range from dollars to thousands depending on scale. Time to prepare data and run training cycles. An ongoing cost to host and run your custom model. Once fine-tuned, the model has internalized your patterns. You don't need to include as many examples in your prompt. Let's compare prompting and fine-tuning across key dimensions. For setup time, prompting wins. You can iterate in minutes. Fine-tuning requires data preparation, training runs, and evaluation. That's days to weeks. For iteration speed, prompting wins again. Change the prompt, test immediately. Fine-tuning requires a new training run for every change. For cost at low scale, prompting is cheaper. No training cost, just API calls. At high scale, fine-tuning can be cheaper because you use fewer prompt tokens per request. For consistency, fine-tuning wins. A fine-tuned model has learned the behavior you want. With prompting, you depend on the model following instructions reliably. For flexibility, prompting wins. You can change behavior instantly. Fine-tuned models are locked to their training. For specialized knowledge, both can work. RAG adds knowledge through prompting. Fine-tuning bakes knowledge into weights. RAG is more updatable. Fine-tuning is more reliable. For output format control, fine-tuning wins. If you need very specific formats reliably, training on examples is more consistent than instructions. For security and privacy, fine-tuning can help. You can train on private data without sending it in prompts, though the training process itself may have privacy implications. Use prompting when you need flexibility and fast iteration. If requirements change frequently, prompting adapts instantly. Use it when you're still figuring out what you need. Prompting is your prototyping phase. Use prompting when you have limited data. Few short prompting works with just a handful of examples. Fine-tuning typically needs hundreds or thousands. Use prompting when the task is general. Translation, summarization, question answering, these are tasks the base model already does well. You just need to guide it. Use prompting with RAG when you need up-to-date or specialized information. retrieve relevant context, and include it in the prompt. This is more flexible than baking information into model weights. Use prompting when cost matters and scale is low to medium. Training costs money and time upfront. If you're making occasional API calls, prompting is almost always more economical. Finally, use prompting when you want to use the latest models. When OpenAI releases a new model, you can switch immediately with prompting. Fine-tuned models require retraining to benefit. Fine-tune when prompting isn't reliable enough. If the model frequently ignores instructions or produces inconsistent outputs, fine-tuning can enforce the behavior you want. Fine-tune when you need a specific style or tone. If your brand has a distinct voice, training on hundreds of examples in that voice is more reliable than describing it in a prompt. Fine-tune when output format matters critically. For structured outputs like JSON with specific schemas, fine-tuning produces more reliable formatting than instructions alone. Fine-tune when you're at high scale. If you're making millions of API calls, shorter prompts from fine-tuning can significantly reduce token costs. The upfront training cost pays off. Fine-tune when latency matters. Shorter prompts mean faster responses. For real-time applications, this can be important. Fine-tune when you need to distill from a larger model. Train a smaller model on outputs from a larger one. You get some of the quality at lower inference cost. Fine-tune for domain adaptation. If you're working in a specialized domain like law, medicine, or finance with unique terminology and patterns, fine-tuning helps the model understand that domain better. The best solutions often combine prompting and fine-tuning. Here's how to think about it. Start with prompting. Build your application using the base model and prompt engineering. This is your baseline. Identify where prompting falls short. Track failure cases. Is the model inconsistent? Wrong format, wrong tone, missing domain knowledge? Use targeted fine-tuning. Don't fine-tune for everything. Fine-tune specifically for the issues prompting can't solve. Keep prompting for everything else. Combine with RAG. Even fine-tuned models benefit from retrieved context. The model knows your style. RAG provides current information. A practical example, you're building a customer service bot. Fine-tune for your company's tone and common response patterns. Use RAG to retrieve product information and policy details. Use prompting to handle the conversation flow and edge cases. This hybrid approach gives you the consistency of fine-tuning, the knowledge access of RAG, and the flexibility of prompting. Each technique addresses different needs. Let's walk through a decision framework. First, try prompting. Spend real effort on prompt engineering before considering fine-tuning. Most problems that seem to need fine-tuning are actually prompting problems. Second, measure performance. Define metrics for success. Accuracy, format compliance, style consistency, whatever matters for your use case. Track these metrics systematically. Third, identify specific failures. Don't just say the model isn't good enough. Document exactly what's going wrong. Are errors random or systematic? Fourth, evaluate if fine-tuning addresses those failures. Fine-tuning helps with consistent behaviors, not random errors. If failures are due to missing knowledge, RAG might be better than fine-tuning. Fifth, calculate the cost-benefit, training costs, data preparation time, hosting costs, maintenance burden. Compare against the value of improvement. Sixth, start small. If you do fine-tune, start with a small dataset and evaluate. You might get 80% of the benefit from 100 examples. Scale up only if needed. Seventh, keep prompting as a tool. Even with a fine-tuned model, prompts are still useful for dynamic instructions and context. You now have a clear framework for the fine-tuning versus prompting decision. Start with prompting. It's more flexible and requires less upfront investment. Move to fine-tuning when you have specific consistent behaviors that prompting can't reliably produce. Often the best approach combines both, using fine-tuning for style and format consistency while keeping prompts for flexibility and RAG for dynamic knowledge. This completes our Level 2 AI series. You've learned about LLMs, APIs, prompt engineering, agents, RAG, coding assistance, and now fine-tuning. These are the building blocks for serious AI development. The next step is building. Pick a project, choose your tools, and start creating. Real learning comes from building real things. Thank you for watching this series. If it helped you, subscribe and share with others learning AI. I'll continue making content on practical AI development. Until then, go build something amazing.